Tennessee. So that was a very special moment for me. And I just gotta say a word about this lady here in the pink, Trish Dial. Let's give it up for her. Being the driving force behind Ladies Down Square. I'm just so happy about that. She's also the owner of Simple Weddings and Photography, and has a cute little cabin out close to me. And we're just so proud of you, Trish, and all that you do. She volunteers some at OutsideIN for me as well, and just such a blessing to our organization. Now Helen's got something else to show us. And I gotta say a little bit about Helen too. She is the daughter of Steve and Camille Kendall, and she's the youngest of 7 children. She's homeschooled, but she's not socially awkward. She wants everybody to know. She's not. She's 14, is that right, Helen? 14? Okay. And she plays the piano, and she's learning the banjo. I'm pretty sure she'll be at Carnegie Hall one of these days. I hope she remembers me. And we have Chelsea Guy. You may be wondering where we get all these t-shirts from. Many are donated by folks who just drop by the shop and leave a bag or two. And we also had several very large t-shirt drives where people collect shirts from the church, or had some colleges. And so we get those in from time to time. Chelsea's got a little dress on that features just a regular t-shirt top, and we've added a skirt to that, an elastic waist, and so she's pretty comfortable in that for just anywhere that she wants to go. And she's already put in a special order for one with brighter colors, she says, to go with her bright personality. Thank you. And we've got Helen again, who's reinvented her outfit. Even yet, Helen's a very creative person. I wonder where she gets that from. Is she ready? Almost. The pressure's hard to be a model, you know. We're often asked about the condition a shirt has to be in to be used, and the answer to that is we can use almost anything. We get shirts in with stains and holes, and we understand brokenness and imperfection at OutsideIN. That doesn't scare us. And so when we see something like that, we just give it a little bit of TLC and make that an advantage rather than a liability. Oh, well, that's very cute how you've changed that up with a vest. And I think I may need you to come up and work on my wardrobe some, Helen. You've got a knack for sure. So when I talk about the way we reinvent things sometimes and cover up those blemishes, sometimes we do that with a little muslin scrap that has a scripture or a quote on it, and we sew that over the hole. Now, please do not hear what I did not say. That is a muslin scrap. Jackie Vaughn this past week, when I said something to her about a muslin scrap, she said, "Did you say a muslin scrap?" I said, "No, there's a difference between muslin and muslin. We're talking about muslin. That's a small, that's the fabric that feed sacks, I guess, were made out of." So anyway, Jackie, she keeps me on my toes when she's OutsideIN. Melissa? So Melissa France is also wearing the high-low skirt. We're so proud of these. We may see several of them today. But Melissa she is the wife of Michael France, but more importantly, she's the grandmother of Corey and Charlie. And she is on board of directors at OutsideIN. We're so thankful for all the good things that she brings to our big ping pong table over there in the shop. She's just a real asset. She's also a publisher of Hometown Magazine. I think you'll be able to find a few copies of that around today, and hopefully you'll pick up and enjoy that. in the very beginning of OutsideIN, she stayed after me pretty heavy to get an article in the hometown magazine, and that was a stretch for me because I don't care for that kind of thing very much. But that was a real positive thing for OutsideIN. Kind of got us off to a good start when she did that. I also appreciate that too. Jean McMillan is our next model. Jean is also on our board of directors at OutsideIN. In fact, she was the very first person who told me she wanted to be a part of this project.
But I didn't know how.
I still don't. And so this gives me a perfect opportunity to express to her in a very public way the heartfelt thank you for all the hard work she has done for OutsideIN. I say sometimes that when I move my mouth, you can hardly see Jean's hands behind my back pulling the strings. She has been a huge asset. She's in charge of her husband, Mr. Parker, about 15 dogs in the lingerie department at JCPenney's. And almost every aspect of OutsideIN requires organization and creativity. Jean's the author of 2 books, which are available, I think, in the vendors area. And she holds degrees in art, business, and most of the time Jean tries to rein in her inner Yankee. But I love that part of her, and I just think that brings just a unique and very wonderful aspect to OutsideIN. I can't imagine how she's dealt with my inner skill all this whole year, but she's done it very gracefully. Tammy, we got Tammy back again. And this time Tammy's wearing our maxi T-skirt, which I guess is one of our very favorite things that we made. And they are just so versatile and so flattering to almost every figure. Of course, Tammy doesn't advertise that very well because she's got like the perfect figure going. But anyway, trust me, they look good on every figure. And so we think that's excellent. Tammy is the wife of Jerry Ross and the daughter of Betty White and Tommy Ricky. She is a homegrown product of Troy, Tennessee. Lived here her entire life. And I won't tell you how old she is, but I know. She's an educational assistant over at Owen County Central, and she just she's been my friend for many, many years, and she blesses my life with her heart of service for people that she meets in her community. Love her. Thank you. Samantha is coming back down again. Samantha's wearing a high-low skirt, and this particular high-low skirt, you heard me reference sometimes a while ago, maybe the white T-shirts that we sort of struggled with a little bit until about 2 weeks ago when we decided to tea-dye those skirts. So this skirt has been tea-dyed, and so now this is a tea-dyed T-skirt. And I'm really crazy about this, and I think it's going to be just a great addition to anybody's summer wardrobe. You can wear that with flip-flops or toms or anything like that. Of course, all of our skirts, I think, just look perfect with a T-shirt, and that's what we're always looking for, something to wear with a T-shirt. So it's excellent. Thank you. We got Maggie Bell again, and she's wearing a maxi skirt with a tank top. And I'd say this is a little bit of my anthropology look now. You know, anthropology, if you're familiar with that retail outlet, they like to pair things that my mother wouldn't think went together very well. I'm trying to embrace that idea. So sometimes you might see something like this that's a bit unorthodox, but now it's not because I don't know what goes together. It's that I'm trying to embrace this anthropology thing. So it's all about marketing. So anyway, Maggie, you pulled that off very well. I think you're going to start that trend here. And Helen's got one more thing to show us, which is the same blessed dress that Samantha had on a few minutes ago. And hers, of course, has a bit of a theme to it. It says it's inconceivable. And if you're familiar with The Princess Bride, that's just a funny little t-shirt that came our way that's inspired by that movie. Helen had a Princess Bride in her family just a few weeks ago, and her sister Martha, even though married Justin Pruitt, and we're so excited. They've chosen to make their home still here in Troy, and Helen was a beautiful bridesmaid. I have to tell you, she really was. And before we have our next model, I will say just a couple more things about OutsideIN, and then we do have something real special. OutsideIN is a non-profit, but it's more aptly described as a social enterprise. The aim is to be self-sustaining. If we can sell the skirts that we make, we can afford to pay the workers that make these skirts. And the more skirts we sell, the more workers we can hire. Now, I know that sounds simple and doable, but let me tell you, it's a little bit more difficult than it sounds. Because of that, we do covet donations for cash for our little ministry. Because when it all boils down to it, we really are more of a ministry than a business. If you don't believe me, you can ask my husband and my family. It's great to get t-shirts, but we can't pay our rent or electric bill with those. So if you've got a special place in your heart for a homegrown charity, then we are your place, I think. We do custom work at OutsideIN. If you have t-shirts that are special to you and that you'd like to preserve in something, then I would invite you to bring those in. We can make you a cool t-skirt out of those. We love doing custom work, and we've had some really fun things brought in. We had a lady from Florida sent us some shirts from the North Carolina Tar Heel basketball team, and let me just tell you, they were well loved. They were thin, they were worn, they had a few holes, but we put them in that skirt and made a real cute little memento for her to wear to the ball games. The jewelry that our models had on, I guess most of them, was from Rescue Destiny. That's another charity that we have a real heart for. They are involved in the business of bringing women, helping women recover from and leave sex trafficking. So we have a line of that over at our shop over on the north side of the square that we would invite you to look at too. We are located on the north side of the square in a little workshop, and so I call it a workshop because it's where we work, but it's where you can shop. So if you want to come over anytime during the day and shop, we'll have somebody over there to assist you, and we have lots of cute things over there that you can look at and try on, and I just hope you'll find something there that you can add to your spring wardrobe. Well, Jackie Vaughn, of course, the conscience of me, reminded me that any reputable, legitimate fashion show has a wedding dress at the end. So Chelsea, we're no less than that. So here we have our own beautiful bride, Chelsea Guy, who is the daughter of Dawn and Charlie Guy, also a homegrown product of Troy. Next Saturday, Chelsea will become the bride of the very lucky Bryce Moran. And so we got her to agree to wear this little t-shirt wedding dress that we created out of t-shirts. Just a few days ago, somebody saw it, and they said, well, that's not made out of t-shirts. And I said, oh, yes, it is. And so Chelsea's done an excellent job of wearing that. And we just wish her and Bryce all the happiness in the world, and know he's a very lucky guy. She's carrying a bouquet, and that was made by Lynn Gorey, one of our volunteers, and we appreciate of that too. So, let's have another round of applause for our models. Because I am from Troy, and I probably will never hit the big time, this is likely to be my only chance at a fashion show. I'm going to leave these models out one more time. We're going to make one more round because this may be it for me, y'all. So I'm going to do it. Okay, gals.